Welcome to Grief Matters, a podcast that features conversations about life and death. Hosted by Lori Opitz, Director of Bereavement at the Joseph T. Quinlan Bereavement Center, no subject is off limits and no topic is taboo. Please submit your questions about anything end of life, dying, death, and grief to KarenAnnQuinlanHospice.org/Grief Matters.
Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the ways that grief can change us, can change who we are, how we perceive the world, and how we operate in the world. The first thing you'll notice after a significant loss happens is that you will have a brain fog or an ability to remember and recall and word retrieval and focus and completing task issues. This is normal and is temporary. What will linger longer, however, is the sense of exhaustion, being tired all the time, day and night. Even if you're doing nothing, even sitting on the couch all day long, at the end of the day, you will feel tired, bone deep tired. And it's confusing since you know you didn't use any energy all day. This is because you're carrying the weight of missing them around with you all day long, whether you're sitting down, laying down, working, whatever it is, you're carrying the heavy emotional load of missing that person. And it makes us tired all the time. And that lasts quite a long time. If they were big in your life, and a big void is now present, that impact will be felt in a deep way. And that constant being tired feeling is going to be with you. So just remember that it's the weight of love and the weight of missing them that creates this feeling tired all the time. You'll also notice, along with that, your energy level, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. That spark that you felt for life, or going places, or doing things, or being with people may just not be there right now. That's because the missing them blankets everything else. It blurs the world for a period of time. And you just might not feel up to doing all those other things that require more energy. You may also find yourself being very irritable because you are so filled up with emotion and so tired from carrying the weight of missing them that you're ready to snap at anybody or anything or any event that happens that just tests your patience at all. You may find that you'll snap at people and say things that you don't really mean. It's just because you're tired and irritable. Or you might snap at people and say things you really do mean and have never said before because you are more tolerant and patient. But either way, irritability is a factor. Our tolerance also changes, and how we view the world, the way we prioritize things in the world. For a young person sitting in a history class or a geometry class when a parent or loved one has died seems pretty unimportant. It's not high on our priority list to learn these things when we are trying to reconcile the fact that we are going to be missing our loved one as long as we're here. So we prioritize differently and usually at a higher level. We don't sweat the small stuff. We don't worry about gossip and just things that other people might engage in and feel like are big deals. We just don't see those things as big deals because we know what the big deals really are. And we place value and a higher priority on relationships, time together, kindness, offering gentleness and consideration to people. We know that's the the part that enhances and enriches our lives. We also find that we may feel like we've lost our sense of identity after a significant loss. If it was a spouse who died, we may only define ourselves as the better half or the spouse or the husband or the wife. And without that other half, we don't really know who we are. Or if we lost an only child, are we still a mother? And who are we now? And who needs us now? And what is important in my life right now? So part of dealing with grief is dealing with who are we now and who do we want to become and what's important to us now as we see the world through our new eyes. As they say, it's important to become better, not bitter. Some people do become bitter. They just feel like this blow is too much, it's too hard, it's too heavy, and they don't know how to reconcile it and muster up the emotional energy to create a life that brings them meaning and pleasure again, and to redefine who they want to be now. But that is the ultimate goal in grief, is to find meaning and pleasure again, and to feel that spark of light, that spark of energy in writing new chapters for ourselves and finding out who we want to be now in this new place that we found ourselves in. It doesn't mean we've forgotten. It doesn't mean we love them less or miss them less. It just means that we're charged and responsible for living out the rest of our days to the best of our abilities, even while we're missing them, to become better, not bitter. As always, thank you for listening, because grief matters.
If you would like more information on any grief or bereavement issues, including options for counseling, please feel free to call us at the Joseph T. Quinlan Bereavement Center at 973-948-2283, or you can contact us online at copewithgrief.org. Please remember to subscribe to the Grief Matters podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast.